Okay, guys, we're live. This is our final Big Hero 5, I keep wanting to say 6, Team Huddle, and this pretty much is the last few days of the month. And I'm at 10 Success Club points. I should probably be closer to 20 by the end of the month, just because I started using a tracker, and I'm going, oh, I forgot about so-and-so. So I'm adding them, to that and doing follow-ups, which has been really nice. They've been really appreciative. So if you guys need a tracking resource, let me know. It's a Google Doc, super easy to use. And it's nice to see what you actually did, and then know that people are going to be there in that month, and then you just create the copy and paste, for the next month, in terms of an empty, doc that has your tabs across the top for you. Let me think of where my brain is. I think all 4 of you guys are at 0 points right now. If you guys end up at Success Club 5, we will get the first tier prize, just FYI. And maybe share on the page, for those of you that aren't on, Dana's on, where you're struggling with. Like, are you struggling with inviting? Are you struggling with sharing? And when I say sharing, take a look at what you're sharing. If you're using your like page, you have to make sure that you're tagging your personal page, not sharing the information from your like page to your personal page, but that you're tagging your picture from your like page, and you're tagging your personal page, because that will allow the people that are on your personal page and your friends list that aren't on your like page yet to see that come up in your feed, and you'll have more people see, more people comment, more people start liking. So when I upload a picture to do a post on my like page, I will like it as my like page, then I like it as my personal page, and then I click on the picture to tag it. So I tag Dan and I tag my personal page, and that's it. And then more people are able to see it. People from my personal page that haven't liked the page will start to like it, but they'll see those things. So even if you did, like Dana, you did a really awesome post about your challenge group with your picture and stuff, even if you posted something, say, a week ago, 5 days ago, you can still go back to that like page picture and click on it and click on the bottom of the picture. If you click on the picture, at the bottom it'll say tag photo, and if you click on tag photo, a box will appear. You click on the photo again, and you can enter in your name to tag yourself. And what that does is in your personal friends list feed, that pops up that you were tagged in a post, and a lot of people will click on that to see what you were tagged in, just out of sheer curiosity. So that helps that old post be regenerated again. So you don't have to redo it necessarily, but you've tagged it. So that'll be helpful. So and last week our goal was to go out of our comfort zone a little bit, and for me, there was a point in time where I kind of was failing with that, where I kind of was just sitting back and I found myself wasting time on Facebook and just like scrolling through feeds, commenting, liking, oh, I didn't know that about that person. And then I'm like, this has been like an hour that I'm doing this. I need to stop doing this. And I felt like I just couldn't get, like I would sit down and I felt like I just didn't know what to do a couple days. And that's not like me. And then I thought to myself, it's so funny that sometimes when I think things and sometimes like the answer pops up, I felt like I need a better tracking system, because I have, and I love paper pencil. To me, this makes sense. Makes no sense to you, but it makes total sense to me. And it's organized. Or I've got this, okay, makes no sense to you, but makes total sense to me. But then and then here's this on the back of the sheet from Delaney's school. I thought, let me write this list of people I'm talking to, from that liked a post. And of course, what happens with all these papers is I eventually end up losing them. And eventually they resurface, but I lose them. So what I did with that tracking is I went back. This is a list from February of last year. I went back to that looking at, okay, who was interested and who didn't order. They went on my list. Who's already a coach I didn't worry about, who's already a client who already ordered. But I went through and I added those to the tracker that I'm using now that's a Google Doc. Because what's nice is it doesn't matter if my computer crashes, that Google Doc is always there, and as long as I can jump on a computer and get into and log into my Gmail, it's right there in my documents under, my tracking folder. So I labeled it February prospects. So everybody that I'm messaging in February is going to be in there. Then I'll have one for March and April. So I can just go back and then I'll have a big list to follow up with. And I was like, oh my gosh, ding, ding, ding. It only took me 5 years. Right? So I went back. I even went back to, we had 3 sneak peek groups that I haven't scrubbed and cleaned out yet. So what I did is I went back through and I clicked on members, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that person. Put them on my list. You know, that they were all, and I put, you know, in terms of their interests, and I can do, can I do a screenshot? I'll add I don't know if I can do I can't do a screenshot on Google Docs. Anyway, there's a part in there for interest, like what were they interested in? And so it was either 21 DF for day fix, whether or not they were in a 5-day SP sneak peek. 5 DSP was 5-day sneak peek. I just created that, like a little shorthand, and it made sense to me. And then the date that I followed up. And it's so neat to look at that and go, okay, I just did like 22 follow-ups, and never in my mind would I sit down and go, okay, you're going to do 22 follow-ups, and know who I'm going to, you know, follow up with sometimes if I don't have my papers. So then I'll go, oh, so-and-so's on. Oh, yeah, I should follow up with them, you know, that kind of thing. So I went back through and just started messaging people, even people that I had sent webinars to even over a year ago. I sent this woman a webinar. She was really interested and then stopped communicating with me shortly after. So I said to her, I wonder if I can see what I said to her. This is kind of interesting because she wrote me back already, which kind of surprised me. Well, she'll see that I see it, but I wrote to her and I said, and I've had several follow-ups with her in between, and she has not responded. So I said, hey, you know, how are you? I wanted to check in on you. About a year ago, you were looking into some work-at-home options, and my company was one of those. You watched the webinar, and I never received communication with you after. I wanted to check in with you to see if you have found a solution or if you are still looking. Her answer is, hi, how are you? I am still interested. Maybe something small because I work and go to school full-time right now. So most people won't go back that far because they forget, because they're not tracking, or they lose the paper like me. I've done that several times, but I'm thinking, you know, as we have, where'd you go? There you are. As we have, you know, a tracking system, and it's totally foolproof. Like if I can do it, it actually energizes me because I'm like, this is awesome. I haven't even added these people to it yet. But it's nice. It's bringing me back to that system that I did last February when it was like I was messaging 25 people a day and then closing it. When I come back, you have like 10, 11, 12 messages, and you're like, whoa. And it makes you feel so successful. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, there's messages. But you have to reach out to people to have that come back. I've had some people say, no, I'm not interested right now. Great. And I put that down. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to follow up with them in another couple months. You know what I mean? But their name's on there, and I'm not going to lose it. So I still have so many things I want to go back and input in there, but what I'm focusing on first are the people who expressed an interest in the 21-day fix, because I want them to know that the sale is goes through the end of February. So did you guys get a chance? And I don't know, because there's stuff everywhere. So I want to make sure that I'm kind of zeroing you in, because we put different posts up everywhere. And you get me after my second workout already. I have the third after this call with Dan, P90X3. I'm like so excited. Because I didn't get my workout in yesterday. Sheila and I got on the webinar, and we just got to talking and brainstorming. And an hour and a half later, we're like, we got to go. It was just me and her. We got to go. So, anyway, what was I saying? Oh, did you get a chance to watch that video? I did a file on our team page, and it was about a tracking system. Did you get a chance to watch it? It was like 10 minutes. And I think I just put it up yesterday morning, but I've been going like ape shit ever since then with it because I love it.
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
But
I think I have a note somewhere in my stuff that to go back to things so that I can make sure that I, like things that have been posted, like any type of videos or anything like that. So.
All right. So
I'll check it out after we're done.
And that was Jody, and I remember telling myself, and I was just, because when I was thinking I needed a tracking system, right, she ended up posting on one of our diamond groups somebody else was talking about tracking, and I said something about looking for a system, and she said, well, you saw my video about how I track my business, right? I'm like, no, I didn't, but I saw your video on how to invite, and I love it. Like, just the way she words things even unstucks me. You know, sometimes just when I get in my own head, and I'm like, how do you do that? How do you just make it seem like, yes, and I'm doing it, you know? And it's funny because we all need that. It doesn't matter where you are in the business. So when she showed it to me, earlier in the day, I was even thinking, I need to print out those papers that she's shown us because I've seen that before. I've heard her about it before in her How to Invite video. But I knew at the same time that if I had another piece of paper, I was going to lose it. So because I created that tax document, I'm like, I could create an Excel doc, and then I could have one each month, and I'll never lose it, and it just excited me. So I created one and shared that as well. So that's in the same file area, so that if anybody wants to, you just copy and paste it, put it on an Excel doc in your Google Doc, and then you have your blank copy. And then, you know what I mean? And then you just are then going to make yours. And it makes it so much easier. And then you work your business so much less time because you're not sitting there thinking, okay, who was it that I talked to the last 3 days? And I would think that it would take longer to do that, but I just leave the tab up, and it's right up here. It says February 2015 prospects. I just leave the tab up so that when I talk to someone, or if somebody connects with me on LinkedIn or messages me, likes something, I add their name to it. And at first I thought that would be so tedious, but now I'm like, this is fantastic. Like, I can't even get over myself. Like, it's fantastic. Everybody needs to use it. You know, and people use different apps and stuff like that, and I was never keen on that, and I always thought I loved paper pencil, but I like seeing it now and how it's organized and just being able to run your eye down. And so if you have interest in there, say somebody was interested in T25, and you know that that's a sale coming up in March, they're going to be one of the people that you want to follow up with to let them know. And just to let them know, hey, you know, I remember you were interested in T25 before, and I just wanted to let you know that when you order Shakeology, it's only $50. They know that's a $120 program. To them, that's a deal. You know what I mean? So, and it's just basically letting them know what the cost of the challenge pack is. If it's on sale, it's $180. So when you order Shakeology regularly, it's $130. $50 more, you're getting the program. It's just a wording thing. So what questions do you have for me?
I don't think I have any questions right now. I just need to keep following up because I do have some people that had shown interest in that. So
okay, I want to send you something too, and I know I sent it to Mitzi because in the video that Jody does, it's 10 minutes. Which if you are planning for a half hour, we can totally get off here. And if you want to watch that 10-minute thing, because that might help you between now and the end of February, it might. But I can send you. I know it lit a fire in me, and I was like, okay, now I know what to do. I'm going to follow up with people, even when people never got back to me. And I was just honest, like, you know, hey, after I sent you the webinar, I never had any communication. And people understand that. They know. And it kind of calls them out, but in a nice professional way. Excuse me. And I sent it to Mitzi because I said, because I know she's got one kid on the hip all the time. And she was messaging me about, oh, see, here it is. Oh, shoot, where'd it go? Took notes on her verbiage also. Okay, and I'll send it to you, so that you can see that, because I had to rewind it a couple times, and I found it really helpful. Where are you? There. I have so many tabs open, I just need to shut some down, and I was doing one too many things earlier today, like at the same time. So I sent that to you, and you just click on that link, and you'll see. She makes it sound so simple, and I'm like, oh, why do I get in my way sometimes? So that might help you with
I'm my own worst enemy, Carrie.
Yep. We all are. So doing that, you know, watching that might really help you feel like, yes. Now, don't feel bad, you know, that you're sitting at 0 points right now. That can totally mess with your head. You, Melissa, Tavi, and Stephanie are all at 0 right now. So you're not alone in that boat. But I just want to help you guys get to at least see Success Club 5 so that you can see that you did it, you're possible, and all that stuff. The bobblehead's just a bonus. That's just a bonus. And she would be with my friend Tony and my friend Sean T. But it's just a bonus. I really like those bobbleheads. Anyway, No big deal. So, but for you to see that it's still possible, like the month isn't over. It's not midnight on the 28th yet. So there's still so much time. And sometimes it's those little follow-ups when you go, oh yeah, oh yeah. So, you know, maybe take a look at that and then see. And if you have any questions about the tracker, I'm happy to help and even show you. I can even show you a screenshot of what mine looks like. I'll send you one in Facebook. Because when I'm on this, I can't. I wish I could log in. I wish I could use my Google Plus when I'm on this, but I can't just because it's two different emails. One day, I think I'm going to start to use Zoom, but I have to relearn that, and that stresses me out. like, what am I going to do? All right, where did that go? There is. I didn't think I had that many things up. Oh, I can't see. I wonder if it moved. Oh, here it is. Or maybe that's Mitzi's. That could be Mitzi's. Either way, because she shared something with me today on our call, and it could be mine, though. Let me look at the picture. Either way, I sent you two things. There you go. That's mine. Because she was like, do you start a new page for LinkedIn and a new page? I said, oh, no. It's all going on the same thing. The picture that I sent you, you'll see categories A, B, C, D, E, and F because I had scrolled down a little bit. But if I were to had scrolled all the way up to the top, you would see that I have date, name, contacts. You know, I like the date on there when I first met the person. You'll see areas where there's no date because these are people I've had an ongoing relationship with and really can't remember when we first met because it's been so long. Like for many people, over a couple years. Some people since high school. But you'll see how I actually put things in, and then F, of course, is when I followed up with them. And it was the coolest thing to be able to look and go, oh my gosh, I just followed up with all those people. And it's so easy to close the computer and feel like, yes, I just rocked this out. Instead of, because I think with this, if you're not tracking, you feel like you never did enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So easy to feel like that. And then it's constantly on your head. It's nagging you, and then you feel like a failure because you're like, I'm not doing enough, and I'm not seeing results. But you will once you start tracking, and it'll just make you feel so much more professional. And I don't know, it excites me, and I'm not usually organized. So, all right. All right. Well, if that's it, then I'm gonna let you go, and let me know what I can do for you between now and I think Saturday is the 28th, because I would love to help you. Even if it's helping somebody order over the phone, I've done 3-way calls the first time to help walk through ordering, so that you're listening as a learning thing. But I can also show you how to pre-enroll them with the mobile site, which is not really an app. It's more of a website, but all you need is their email and program that they want, and then their shake flavor if they're getting a challenge pack. You can pre-enroll coaches that way too. So either way, I can help you do that. And I would love to help you achieve Success Club 5 because you've been so close. You've been like, what point I can taste it. I would love for you to see, you know, that you can do that and what happens when you start to do that. So, but you're totally, what's the word? Planting seeds. You're talking to people. You're sharing yourself. It's just, you know, continuing to follow up and share you. And honestly, you could easily take how you're sharing in the 21-day fix group and copy and paste that over to your personal Facebook page as well, or share that on your like page, but include a picture so that you can tag yourself in your like page, so that more people see what you're doing on a daily basis, and then they'll start to follow your journey. And it's okay that it's the same. Copy paste. You keep it really easy. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, have a good night. Your skin looks so flawless.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. It's like this porcelain deliciousness, and I'm like, oh, I see all my zits.
Oh no, you have clear skin. You can't see anything.
I had a breakout.
Well, now that you pointed out, but
I think there's one right there, and I have like sweat still drying. You know, like that salty feel. I have that.
I noticed since I've been drinking Shakeology, I really don't break out as much.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really it or not, but
yep.
but I'm sure.
It's totally helpful. I go through bouts where I'm like, oh my gosh, but it's usually right here, and it's usually once a month. I just go through these bouts, and it doesn't matter how much I wash. It's there, and it hurts, you know.
Now, if only the Shakeology would take care of my night sweats, I'd be in good shake care.
You know what? It should over time. It should balance hormones. Actually, my friend Rhonda, it's helped her immensely over time. Yeah, with her night sweats and all that good stuff.
Ugh.
So, over time. Shoot, I've got that to look forward to soon, I'm sure. Oh no.
I got 3 years, almost 4 years on you. My
Do
birthday's
you?
today.
Ah, you don't look like it.
Hey! Well, you don't look 40 either, so.
Thanks.
Alrighty, well, you get to your workout.
All
your
right.
third one of the day.
I know, but I feel really good. Like, I think my eyes feel tired, but I feel really good in terms of my body from, like, here down. All right. Let me know what questions you have and how I can help you, and we'll go forward one day at a time. You know, and I mean, heck, if you could rock it out let's have a goal by Friday, Success Club 5. That way,
Alright.
you're just whatever. It's like you and Tom. I'm not even gonna talk Beachbody. We're just nope, just me and you, buddy. And he'll be like, what? But I made Success Club 5. He'll be like, you need to do that every month, because then, you
I'm
know.
telling you. He screwed up my whole day on Saturday being called off work with the snow and ice.
That's all right. There's still time, and you can recover. You can recover. So, but also, too, if you have people that have considered becoming a coach, we've got a new coach training starting Monday. So how I've been following up with people is say, hey, you know, I know that you were interested in coaching and you know, checked out the 5-day sneak peek. We've got a new coach training starting. Do you want me to save you a spot? Question mark. Starting Monday, do you want me to save you a spot? Real simple follow-up. And if they don't get back to me, that's okay, but I did my job to at least educate them and inform. So anyway, I'll stop talking because I'm still talking. It's 7:25. Okay, all right.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Good night, dear.
Good night.